This is the daily horoscope for March 7th, 2026. Aries steps in with direct momentum and clear intent. Communications with family members and others should be clear, honest, and loving. Although your physical passions today, Aries, they're still very much present. Love and relationships. The position of the planets means that you have a chance to make a wonderfully romantic relationship even more so. There is a kind of magic in the air that will certainly enhance any partnership, whether it is newly formed or more long-standing. Career and work. Over the next month or so, you will find that overall progress with your career is quite good. Communications are less strained, and everything seems to flow more smoothly than it has been. Money and finances. This week you're facing a time of transition. Your mind now, health and energy. Doubt or second-guessing can be a challenge for you. Doubt is a lot like panic. If you get excited, it tends to get worse, not better. What to avoid today? And you usually don't realize what triggers the excitement. Best move today. Use this opportunity to tune into each other's heartfelt desires, mood and mindset. Communications with family members and others should be clear, honest, and loving. Taurus moves steadily and turns patience into progress. A phone call from your sweetheart might bring out your passionate, romantic side today. Taurus, you'll probably have a lot to do and therefore not be able to meet with him or her until late. Love and relationships. Your fantasies, your relationship with the astral configurations of the day, they could help you realize just how much fun you have been missing and envision many more exciting scenarios you could enjoy in the future. Career and work. If you want something to happen, you need to speak up. Others are very mentally oriented today, and they aren't going to sense things automatically the way you can. Money and finances. Now you have the confidence to put your ideas into the world in a new way. Others perceive you as professional and enviable, and they aren't afraid to let you know how they feel. Health and energy. There is power in knowing what you want, but it's not always easy. Ever spend too long looking at the menu in a restaurant? What to avoid today? A phone call from your sweetheart might bring out your passionate romantic side today, Taurus. Best move today. A phone call from your sweetheart might bring out your passionate romantic side today, Taurus. Mood and mindset. A phone call from your sweetheart might bring out your passionate romantic side today, Taurus. Gemini opens the day with quick insight and flexible focus. As someone who tends to operate through your intellect, Gemini, you might be surprised by the surge of romantic passion that comes your way at this time. For today, at least, your values might shift from the intellectual to the physical. Love and relationships. The celestial atmosphere today means you can take your wildest dreams seriously, as you have the full permission of the cosmos. Career and work. There is plenty of fuel to feed your fire. Other people's words are encouraging and helpful. Money and finances. You have aspects bringing about something almost like the arrival of a soulmate. You dating now or perfect for allying within a strong, lasting business partnership. Health and energy. Whatever your definition of power, there is a lot of it in the air right now. The current planetary configuration is like having Arnold Schwarzenegger and Michael Jordan on the same team. What to avoid today? As someone who tends to operate through your intellect, Gemini, you might be surprised by the surge of romantic passion that comes your way at this time. Best move today. You'll probably want to plan a romantic evening with someone special. Mood and mindset. As someone who tends to operate through your intellect, Gemini, you might be surprised by the surge of romantic passion that comes your way at this time. Cancer leads with intuition and practical emotional clarity. You're a born romantic by nature, Cancer, but today you're likely to think more in terms of physical passion than idealized romance. You're likely to be especially concerned with your appearance, and might want to go for a professional makeover or buy some new clothes. Love and relationships. If you want the answers to some of your most pressing questions about life and love, then you can do no better than to consult your dreams. Today's planetary alignment encourages you to take them seriously, as they will give you answers to questions that have perplexed you for some time. Career and work. Even your most well-laid plans will be shattered today, thanks to someone's unexpected actions. A person you work with or for is about as predictable as lighting. Money and finances. Sometimes too much talking can be a bad thing. Uline is now health and energy. For a creature who enjoys the light, today's aspect at play presents you with a variety of options for shedding and spreading. A little. If you have had misunderstandings with those you love, this finally see that person's point of view. What to avoid today? The color blue might seem especially appealing right now, but don't forget to add some red for passion. Best move today. Today's planetary alignment encourages you to take them seriously, as they will give you answers to questions that have perplexed you for some time. Mood and mindset. You're a born romantic by nature, Cancer, but today you're likely to think more in terms of physical passion than idealized romance. Leo enters with confident drive and a strong sense of direction, even if you aren't romantically involved. Leo, you're likely to feel especially passionate today and anxious to schedule an intimate evening with someone who's caught your eye. You sunset right away, but you could dream of faraway lands. Love and relationships. The position of the planets can help bring a little mystery and magic into your relationship. If you and a loved one would like to celebrate your love for each other, then you can do so by creating a wonderfully romantic atmosphere with a few unique touches of your own. Career and work. A major shift happens in the sky today that you will benefit from a great deal. You can feel the energy changing. Money and finances. Energy flows easily now without distractions or impediments. Since aspects affect your career sector, this is great news. Health and energy. You are known among your friends for your reasonable judgment. However, place no judgment on your personal needs this month. What to avoid today? Be patient and don't overwhelm this person with too much passion too soon. Best move today. You might want to plan a trip. Mood and mindset. Even if you aren't romantically involved, Leo, you're likely to feel especially passionate today and anxious to schedule an intimate evening with someone who's caught your eye. Virgo starts with precision, calm focus, and useful perspective. While you are earthy by nature and enjoy physical passion, Virgo, this might seem even more pronounced today. Racy novels and movies could be especially appealing. Love and relationships. If you have been weighing the pros and cons of making your feelings known to someone special, then use the power of the current astral configuration to go forward with the pros. Career and work. If you are looking for sympathy or an understanding shoulder to cry on, you might as well be looking for a needle in a haystack. The bottom line is that you won't be very successful in your quest. Money and finances, you're part of a wonderful aspect this week. Though the universe can make it hard for you to see your own value, everyone else is certainly seeing it. Health and energy. Power can be beneficial in many forms. Natural power, stamina, and endurance are traits common to many in leadership positions, be they on sports teams, in classrooms, or corporations. What to avoid today? If you don't have one, don't be surprised if an old friend suddenly looks very sexy. Best move today. You evening with a lover. Mood and mindset. While you are earthy by nature and enjoy physical passion, Virgo, this might seem even more pronounced today. Libra begins by balancing diplomacy with firm decision-making. Your mind isn't likely to be on the job today. That could cause a number of problems. Love and relationships. Today's planetary alignment encourages you to pay attention to your fantasies and conscious daydreams, especially as far as a close personal relationship is concerned. Whatever feelings you, positive or negative, it would truly help you to tune into them and begin to take action on your findings. Career and work. A small bump in the road is turning out to be a bigger deal than you expected. This molehill is actually turning into a mountain as the opposition continues to gain strength. Money and finances. There's a lot of airy energy around now. That can sometimes make people flighty, but you're anything but. Health and energy. You are enjoying a pleasant time of recognition right now, as the cosmic climate heightens all of your senses. Under the influence of this special energy, your intuition is honed, and you a paranormal level. What to avoid today? Your mind isn't likely to be on the job today. Best move today. Whatever feelings you, positive or negative, it would truly help you to tune into them and begin to take action on your findings. Mood and mindset. Your mind isn't likely to be on the job today. Scorpio begins with depth, strategy, and quiet determination. A renewed sense of physical vigor could have you plunging with determination into whatever projects you need to do today. However, your mind won't really be on them. Scorpio, as you could be feeling especially passionate now. Love and relationships. Although you have recently been making a real attempt to change certain aspects of your life, especially in the realm of your partner, current or prospective ships and relationships, today's astral configuration gives you yet another opportunity to increase the scope of your vision. Career and work. Today marks the start of a 4-week cycle in which you will feel much more challenged in your career. You will encounter obstacles during this period, and you will realize that you need to adjust your course of action in order to be successful. Money and finances. You have a lot of activity in your career sector, which definitely could lead to more money down the line. You might receive a message from a boss or coworker that changes your life forever, or you might get a message from the universe that it's time to change careers to something more meaningful to you. Health and energy. You can be quite withdrawn at times, with a dual nature that sometimes throws people off, sometimes it even throws you off. What to avoid today? A renewed sense of physical vigor could have you plunging with determination into whatever projects you need to do today. Best move today. To tune into those needs that aren't so grounded, try engaging in some kind of water therapy. Mood and mindset. A renewed sense of physical vigor could have you plunging with determination into whatever projects you need to do today. Sagittarius starts with optimism, curiosity, and smart timing. You're in a romantic mood today, Sagittarius. You're more likely to notice attractive strangers you pass on the street and attract admiring glances from them. Love and relationships. The position of the planets today brings the chance to do some persuasion as far as a certain special person is concerned. But don't use all the usual angles of attack. You will need to try something a bit different. Career and work. The planetary environment today is creating an overall atmosphere that is more lighthearted, easygoing, and flexible. For the next 4 weeks, this will be the overlying tone, thereby establishing a much more favorable atmosphere for you to operate in. Money and finances. With a supportive aspect now, it's important to say what you mean and mean what you say, especially when it comes to work and money. Health and energy. Your adventurous spirit likes to explore, especially as today your mind could be buzzing with new ideas, thinking, talking, and evaluating, dreaming. This is what you love doing. And these tendencies help you determine how to ease the suffering of others. What to avoid today. But don't use all the usual angles of attack. You will need to try something a bit different. Best move today. But don't use all the usual angles of attack. You will need to try something a bit different. Mood and mindset. You're in a romantic mood today, Sagittarius. Capricorn opens with discipline and a practical long-range view. An evening at home with your sweetheart could seem very appealing today, Capricorn. Sex and romance are very much on your mind, and you might surprise yourself with how earthy you feel. Love and relationships. You could be onto a winning combination with today's planetary alignment. That is why you would do better to get out and about, and not to refuse any invitations that come your way. Career and work. The secret to dealing with stubborn and controlling attitudes is communication. The more secretive you become about your intentions and plans, the more rigid other people will be, making it difficult for you to break out of the bind you are in. Money and finances. This period is about other people's money. If you're trying to raise some capital for a new business venture, it's time to think about how your product or service will change the landscape of your field, and not just be background noise. Health and energy. You are generally no stranger to suffering. Your quiet internal world is constantly interrupted and disturbed by the goings-on of the human race. What to avoid today? Don't wait for success to come to you. Best move today. An evening at home with your sweetheart could seem very appealing today, Capricorn. Mood and mindset. An evening at home with your sweetheart could seem very appealing today, Capricorn. Aquarius begins with original thinking and grounded execution. Communication with a significant other might hit a brick wall, and you through. Money could be coming in the mail, Aquarius, but probably won't arrive today. Love and relationships. Today's astral configuration gives you a chance to make your partner, current or prospective, feel really good, and for your friend to do the same for you. Career and work. Today marks the start of a 4-week cycle in which you will be either reaping the rewards or realizing your failures. This is a very climactic period for you, so get ready for major evaluation and change. Money and finances. Now the focus shifts to relationships of all kinds. You attract the kinds of clients you want to work with, the kind of job you want to occupy, or the kind of money you need for smooth operations. Health and energy. The planets are giving you lots of fresh energy to play with. The energy is fanciful and light, yet significant. What to avoid today? Communication with a significant other might hit a brick wall, and you through. Best move today. There is a natural sense of harmony around right now, which it would be wise to take advantage of, especially if you have not had a chance to see much of each other lately. Mood and mindset. Communication with a significant other might hit a brick wall, and you through. Pisces opens with empathy, imagination, and clear inner guidance. You are passionate by nature, Pisces, but the strength of your desires might surprise even you today. You're feeling especially romantic and even sexier than usual. Love and relationships. Spice up your love life today under the influence of the current astral configuration. You won't go too far wrong if you aim to give your sugar honey a special treat today. Career and work. People aren't going to be especially reliable, so be careful of whom you trust. Others are full of talk but no action. Money and finances. You have a harmonious aspect affecting your employment and health sectors now. It's important to be forthcoming in business communications. Health and energy. For you, the energy emanating from the planets is crying out, look up. Look up from the comfort zone of your preferred pasture and check out what's happening in the heavens above. There is possibility for new direction now. What to avoid today? Don't be surprised if you attract admiring glances from others, even strangers. Best move today. At the same time, stay diplomatic and avoid being strident or demanding. Mood and mindset. You are passionate by nature, Pisces, but the strength of your desires might surprise even you today. Thank you for listening to today's horoscope. If you enjoyed today's horoscope, please subscribe and come back tomorrow for your next daily horoscope.